happened before the divots were unlocked this morning that we took quite a bit of weathered expense. Like Port of Rhyme even got taken back before the divots were unlocked.
I mean, the
Yeah,
Warden frontline was
boy.
struggling a little bit, but I think MSA took a nap, and then the Wardens got divots, and now they're rapidly going forward.
Yeah, but they're like 4 hours ahead of us in tech, so they have.
Just because
the.
they have access to it doesn't mean they actually sit there and make it and then ship it.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta go pick up like a shit ton of stuff. Hold on. I need a truck.
Which kind of truck?
Just a dune.
Oh,
Then
if
take a CNU.
Why?
Because why not? It has absolutely zero downsides. It has the same speed as a Dune, same storage, and it's cooler. And we have them.
I guess I never have driven a CNU. Oh,
yeah,
so apparently a Snoot is better for frontline logi because it can tank ammo. It can tank partisan rounds.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds good.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention too that if you guys are making anything in the mass production facility, if you set it to first CMR, I check pretty frequently, and like if I'm on, I see there's stuff that's finished. I'll for you guys.
To be honest, I would, but the thing is there's so many guys who've been doing it. It's just not been on my list of priorities that have been with anything. However, if I'm ever online, you're like, I'm MPFing stuff. Can I steal your queue from you? I'd be more than happy to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I just haven't been going out of my way to do it because it's clearly been unnecessary.
Yeah. Well, I MPF'd about, I don't know. I MPF'd a full thing of Blake Rose and a full thing of 20mm ammunition.
I personally spend most of my time doing facility stuff.
Yeah,
4,120 shells don't make themselves.
Yeah, I have 9 crates of sniper rifles that finished too.
Oh my
Speaking
god.
of which, you said you're the one who said you had a shit ton of EMATs, right? When's that queue finish?
EMATs? Oh, they are done. Like I already dipped into them today because I started making 68mm and 40mm rounds.
If my facility hungers for more.
Oh, for more EMATs? Yeah, I can drop
Always.
Them off.
The best thing to do is uncrate them and put them in a truck and then hide them somewhere.
Hey Dane.
Tell me about it.
So when are we going to either A, shoot all of that, or B, ship all of it?
Well, just the other day we shot about half of it. Because I actually stopped making it at one point. And off the other day, we shot about 1,000 shells and we dropped off another 1,000. So we're currently at about 50%. We have just I think 1,500 shells.
Yeah, but this isn't the awe-inspiring level of shells that I was promised.
Well, no one's been interested in using them, so I haven't been too worried about making more. However, I do have 2,000 EMATs currently in queue that are going to be done by the end of tomorrow.
And I got around 4,000 EMATs in the refinery.
I am severely.
Well, let's see. I could have 6,000 rounds tomorrow. You want 6,000 rounds tomorrow?
I mean, I'm sure it would help the front line if we, gave them guns and ammo. Just be like, here, kids.
I did that last time I did that. They lost the front line within an hour.
Here, kids, have fun. Yeah, well, if we're producing, 6,000 artillery shells, I don't think it matters much, right?
Yeah, what happens to a couple of thousand? You lose 1,000. Oh well.
Speaking of which, before, like I said, this would have been almost a week ago before I learned that you can make 120s in the facility, I made over 100 crates of 120. They're still in our Steve work. So, do you want me to just switch those over to take them out and put them in the public?
You can put them in public, or funnily enough, you could just go submit them to the ammo factories themselves.
Okay.
And just submit them to the stockpile, and then just do that. And then on top of that, if you have such a large EMAT queue, if you just want to take it and then go start your own 120mm queue and then just set it to public, that'll put it in the stockpile so anyone can pull it out. That's just what I've been doing. that way we don't, because that way we can have like, because we can have up to what, I think 4 queues in that one, in the 120 in the ammo factories.
Yeah.
We could make 4 shells every 3 seconds or something ridiculous. So that joke about having 6,000 rounds tomorrow isn't entirely a joke.
I'm aware.
So, 'cause I still haven't weighed them yet in the facility. Do they need to be just the raw emats?
So take raw emats, don't crate them, just
Okay,
so
don't
which allows you to move them 1,500 at a time. So it's kind of more convenient that way.
Okay.
Fun fact: if you don't have to crate, if you're going to use them, don't crate them. Because then they stack to 100 instead of creating 20. What you do is you drive in. When you open up the thing, it shows that little menu in the middle of it. It's just like if you're at the refinery, you go find the EMAT spot, you shift left click it, and it'll take all of that corresponding resource from the active inventory and just put it in that section of the queue.
Okay.
It's just like making MSUPs, CMATs, or anything like that in Caoivish Factory, except you just go find the 120.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds easy enough. Next question for you. So, I took the train down to the coal mines today, and I'm sure you probably saw that I brought back like 10,000 coal, and then also like 15,000 coke.
Coke, yeah, that coke's about to become AM1s, I guess.
But what I was going to mention is when I was down there, I saw that they had a large rail. Because then I had to go through a gate with being on the large rail, and I was able to get the train through it with no issue.
Yes. The issue that I noticed is the fact that the devs broke how gates and train tracks interact. So if you don't have the I can't place the rail with the gate being placed in certain spots. It's all terrain based, and they fucked it royally. It upsets me. I used to be able to just place a foundation and then I could place the gate over the top of the tracks, but it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, gotcha. I was about to say, because if we could get a large rail going over to the other side, that would make getting resources over there.
Yeah, I tried to find a way to sneak it through one of the other gates. However, my current worry is I would have to break a defense spot and then forcibly make a spot wider to get another rail in, which there is a spot where I'd be kind of okay doing it, but I really don't want to.
Yeah, and then I was also going to say, I am perfectly a-okay. I made stackle charges, so if I'm cool with rebuilding whatever section of a bunker base you want me to, and demoing it and doing everything if you want, like, just to be able to get a large rail over there.
The best spot is, if you look on the north end, there's that one spot where there's that rifle in between. There's just a singular 1x1 rifle garrison. That's probably the best.
I need more B mats. So that's okay. Oh, I just made an entire queue of mortar rolls, by the way.
Nice.
At the MPF. So.
Yeah, if you set it to first MCR, I'll grab them if you're not on and put them in the stockpile.
Got it. And now I'm working on RPGs.
How you liking seeing it?
It's a little wieldy.
Well, make sure you put her in low when you're stopped, and then go back and then shift back up.
Wait, I can shift in this fucker?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You go, yeah.
Press F when you're driving.
Yeah, and they go faster off-road than the regular Logic drive.
So in low gear, which is what you've been driving in, you have the same speed as a flatbed. You put her in high gear on a road, she's as fast as Doom. It's up in the top right, you can see which gear you're in. Next to your compass. You might have to check your.
Do I have to slow down for that?
No.
Do I have to stop to change it? Cause
Oh, on the fly.
And it's F?
It might be. You might have changed it.
Hold on.
Open up the keybinds. It's
Open.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 8th. It's the like 7th one down.
Change gear. Oh, I have it.
Gear.
Hold on. Keyboard. Change gear. F. Back. Resume. Oh, it did not like me change. It did not like me changing gears.
Well, you gotta if you want to change into high gear, you need to be moving.
Yeah, be on the yeah, and be on the road.
And be on road. High gear does not like off road at all. It's kind of like shifting between first and third.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's. It's not very pretty. I did not know that this was a thing. If I knew this was a thing, I would have had a lot more fun with this. All right. Do we need any specific ammunition that requires EVATs?
40, 68.
Yeah, and then
How much? 40.
Yes. 300 crates, probably.
Yeah, I think I made around 10 crates today, which I know is not a whole lot, but and then I'll have a queue of 9 in the.
We'll do
in the
that
EF right now.
Okay, we'll do that, and then what do I? There can never be enough rifle ammunition, I guess. It's a thing. There's never enough rifle ammunition. Never. No such thing exists.
Hey Hardy, I have a question. Do we want to do a funny at some point this war?
What's the funny?
A big funny? It's called the ultimate troll. It's called six noble firebrands.
Why?
Okay, hear me out. Flamethrowers. If you set a tier 1 fire on a bunker piece, it stops retaliating. It's a Widow model. It bounces 80% of shots it takes with fresh armor. You can drive up to Kali bunkers, set them on fire, and then break them in a firebrand.
But hear me out. Okay? Hear me out. Armored cars and Wild Jacks go fast, boy, and are much cheaper.
But they explode when AT garrisons look at them.
It doesn't matter if we throw enough of them at them.
But I mean, 6 firebrands is still funny.
It's funny.
It's funny and it works.
But, as I said, hear me out, like 10 Wild Jacks.
Do you have 10? Do we have 20 guys?
I'm sure if we were willing to do it, I'm sure we could find 20 guys.
Because I can get 12 easy. Hell, I wouldn't even need 12. I could do it with 6. I could have them all single-manned. Because they don't need to survive. They just need to get there. And once they're there, they're immovable.
Do you know how many CMATs per 120 shell by chance?
2. It's 2 CMATs and 3 EMATs is 1 shell.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you would like, I can help you pull. The billion CMATs.
Yeah, I just put 600 in the queue right now, and then I got 1500 EMATs in the queue. I'm about to pull some more CMATs, and then put in that queue.
You will affix a bayonet. It is not an option to not affix a bayonet. You will fix a bayonet.
Which metal press are you looking at? How many M-subs are in the metal press you're looking at?
3.7. Oh wait, did you say M-subs? Sorry, 20.
Yes.
20,000.
Okay. Well, look at the inventory. I'm helping pull for you.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Yeah, so like the very front one, I've been trying to make only M-subs. It's just that's easier.
In all honesty, make CMATs in these. That's why there's the metal press formula, and then use like the assembly bays and the I'll stick past you here if I can. Great spots with you. If I can go the other side.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That way I can help pull for you, and then you can just pull back and forth and grab.
Yeah, that's smart. I guess there's also a train I could do this with a lot better.
Well, you can't really. The train doesn't. The train car only holds 100.
That's facts, yeah.
So with 2 of us, it goes faster doing it this way.
Snoot.
But these are better for making the C-mats because it makes more of them with less.
Is that only if I'm using the petrol, right?
Correct. It's the metal recipe, that bottom one.
Okay.
And then if you go to, I would use the assembly bays, which make the metal beams, the other stuff. I would use those for M-subs primarily.
I've been trying to do
Because
the M-subs in the front ones just because the truck gets it really easy. Yeah.
Wait, are we max shirts? Oh my god.
Yeah, I made 100 crates of shirts like a few days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago.
Well, who the fuck is making bone saws?
Oh, I didn't know one was better, so I made 9 of each.
Yeah.
Well, I can make mounted bone saws too.
No.
Sir, we have tripod fact.
I know, but
They're cheap.
What
they cost me only C-bets.
What do we use?
Colors?
Huh?
Colors?
Why?
Rex?
Why do we use those things?
Are you saying we could? Didn't saying I was going to.
Dan, we could do a lot of things, but we use.
Did I see my screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more EMATs real fast.
But we use RPGs because they're more universal.
Yeah.
I just honestly, I've been trying to make a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So I actually went through when I made the regiment, and I've refined it since then. When I redid the regimental order, I actually made a list of like every variant and went through every single item that we have available to us in Foxhole, and was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense to have if this is, availability, just to try and simplify logistics, because it's if you try to make everything, like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So, side note, is 1,000 fire rockets too many rockets?
No.
How many would you like to have?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, people don't exactly come looking for me to get them. How many do you want to fire out of sky colors, knowing you can only put 60 of them on a pallet?
Oh, let's hold off then, I guess. But no. So I simplified the logistics because it's a pain in the ass to make everything. So like, some things don't make sense for us to do. For instance, it doesn't make sense for us to use like storm rifles and stuff.
Oh, I made some of those too.
I saw. I was wondering who the fuck made Bookers and Altos. So we only.
Make me my creative hangmans. I'd love you forever.
It doesn't make sense that we use like Altos or Bookers because the vast majority of weapon systems use 7.62. So we just standardize on 7.62, so that way, no matter what you bring, you only have to bring 7.62. You know what I mean? If for infantry.
Yep.
And then I tried to balance firepower for like cost as well. So like we don't. So like you won't see like we don't standardize, even though it's cheaper. We don't standardize on the low caster. We standardize on the Blake row because it's a carbine. So it gives you, because you're trying to maximize what your firepower you can put down range to gain fire superiority when you're doing a beach landing. So it makes sense to have a carbine that has semi-automatic capability as opposed to a bolt action.
Accuracy by volume.
Exactly. You want to gain fire superiority. Likewise, and it's also a relatively early unlock. So The other one is the Sampo. So for every three crates of Blake Rose, there should be a crate of Sampo auto rifles, because the infantry is technically built into 4-man teams: a team leader, a rifleman, an automatic rifleman with a Sampo, and then an assistant automatic rifleman to carry additional ammo.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like an actual Marine.
Yeah.
Infantry team.
Makes sense. Play like you ever play Hell Let Loose?
No.
Kind of run it like that too. Specialized roles for each person.
Mm-hmm. That's why everyone. Everyone has an MOS here. I like the Hamman. I like the Clancy. Now the Clancy is authorized, but it's for a limited production run.
I like the Clancy because when I do actually hit something, it tends to die.
I still have never got to use a sniper rifle, so I'm looking forward to trying to use those.
Don't get excited.
It's
they
not.
Kind of suck.
They suck pretty bad.
In all honesty, if you want to play with a sniper rifle, what you really want is a Clancy.
No shit. It's better to be a DR or a DM than it is to be a sniper in this game.
And in all honesty, my favorite part about the Clancy is if you do get stuck in CQC, it's a long rifle. So you have an extra stabbing range with that bayonet.
Okay, yeah.
So on top of the factor it's a long rifle, so I can fire a bullet really far. I can also stab people if I'm farther away.
Yeah. The Clancy M3 is, I'd say, a bajillion times better than the M4 Rocco.
Yeah.
The M4 Rocca is one of those things where it's good, but only for really, really niche circumstances. There's only been one time where I've ever used a Rocca, like the Clancy Rocca, and I've ever been I won't even say successful, but like semi-successful. It's better if you're in a supporting role. So the one time I've ever seen a Rocca used really, really effectively, since I got Foxhole last year, it was in 104, and it was at Battle of Clan's Head when we were besieged.
Yeah.
And I've told you guys how I sat there and I shot the machine gun for 8 hours before, when we were doing that battle with the Malone Mark II. The other part of that you don't hear is why I wasn't tremoled to death, and that's because I had a sniper that was co-located with me with a Clancy, and he was doming the Grenadiers to keep them away from me, and that's why they had to move the ballistas up in a ballista line to rush us, because they couldn't get infantry close enough to us to actually do anything, and their Grenadiers couldn't do anything against the concrete that I was set in, so they couldn't even gas us out.
My favorite part about that is he wasn't using the M4.
No, he was.
You said he was using a Clancy.
Clancy Rocca M4.
Oh, the Clancy Rocca. Okay.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one time I've ever seen it used really effectively. I used it one time to some effect, but I was holding down a very narrow pathway against infantry, and I had really good concealment. But for the most part, it's 7.62, so it doesn't punch any harder than like a normal rifle. But you have the extra range, sure. So it's kind of like having binos, but it takes forever to actually stabilize, no matter what shooting position you're in, and it takes forever to. It doesn't matter how much you move. The slightest move, it's way off compared to most rifles. Especially considering how slow it stabilizes. So you have to really be fixed in place and wait for your target to enter your sight, and not you enter the target into your sight, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not going to be flicking shots with it.
No, not at all.
That makes sense.
So you're really focusing. If you're using a Rocca, the best way to do it would be to like hunt.
not to mention they changed how the rocker works. You have to either have you have to have it at a stabilization point. You have to either be crouched, prone, or behind full cover.
Yeah, it's just like an AT.
In order to in order to even fire it.
It's just like an ATR or a Malone Mark II.
Okay.
Which is the biggest downside.
And you move slower.
It's Cinder, however, which is my beloved child.
Yeah, the M3 Clancy Cinder, it's a long rifle, so it definitely has its place, but it can fit more gaps. So
it's almost a direct upgrade of the Loudcaster.
yeah, so like if you remember when we were down in north side of Port Rhyme attacking Briar, very early, it was like day 2 or 3 of the war. When I was sitting those that night and that next day, I was in when you guys were in the trenches. If I wasn't with you in the trenches, I was in the bunkers because my Clancy had enough range on it that I could hit people at that corner that they kept throwing grenades and shooting at you from. So I had a perfect angle to where I could see down their trench. So as you guys maneuvered through the trenches and cleared them, I could keep them from coming from their BB.
Nice.
Yeah, so I could hit them, and they would have to fall back to because they'd start bleeding, so they'd have to fall back and get healed up. So it's really good to fix enemy forces in place if you use it like it's supposed to be used as a long rifle to cover guys maneuvering with like the Blake Rose and stuff. It's all of it's 7.62, so like Clancy M4, Clancy Cinder, M3, the Lowcaster, the Hawthorne, the Sampo auto rifle, the Blake Row, all 6 of those rifles use 7.62, so they're all good to go. It's just the Lowcaster is for if we just need to dump a bunch of shit into a location. It's like export. It's like you don't export your good shit, you export the shit that works, that you can attach your name to, and that's what that's for. But
hey Hardy, I have a trade-off for you. Once I move some PC mats and AM3s around, how many iron hides would you like? Because the answer is I can make about at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you wanna go,
Yes.
How about if you go start running me base debit models, I'll start turning them to iron hides for you.
I have something for this.
Why have we made a recycler?
Huh?
That was my bad. So
you said that we couldn't recycle.
Oh.
Yeah, I already told God, and he told me he was already planning on making another metal works facility.
Hey, Dane, do not be upset. You cannot be upset. He has been a very good pupil. You cannot be upset. You learn by making mistakes, and this is an honest mistake.
Yeah, it is an honest mistake, but I knew he had the broken comms, but I didn't expect this to be the outcome of it.
It's okay, Dane. It's okay. You know what? That just means that you're going to have more PC mats. It just means you'll have more PC mats, man.
That wasn't a problem I was having.
And
upgrade.
And you can turn metal beams into PC mats.
I need heavy oil. Well, I guess I needed to pipe heavy oil.
How expensive is the metalworks facility?
It's
really expensive.
It's
well, maybe not for Dane.
It's not really. The metalworks is not that expensive. It's just I think it's just 225 cents, like an actual.
Not including upgrades.
But the upgrades are a bit more expensive.
What were you gonna turn that one into?
An engineering center.
Why?
Don't worry about it.
Why? No.
Don't worry about it.
No. I already know where this shit's going, and absolutely fucking not.
Where do you think it's going?
A Tempest cannon, and absolutely fucking not.
Why not?
Was I right?
Perhaps.
No. We're sticking to our doctrine. Stop it.
I'm gonna build a Tempest cannon.
No, you're not going to build a Tempest
I have a large pad. I have the metalworks, and I have the income, the
Why-
logistics crew.
why not
I'm building
build-
a Tempest cannon.
Why not have a Tempest cannon we'll never use, just like the Storm cannon we never used and just fought over with 404th? And one CMD who had alt to get to it? Because we're just that fucking good?
I will use this Tempest cannon.
Where?
I don't care what I have to go through.
Where? Where are you going to
Wherever.
use it?
I will build the rig. I will find a spot.
What, are we gonna go shell the Rizzo?
Sure, why not?
I'm leaning personally more toward the battle tank.
No. No, if I wanted a battle tank, I'd
battle
just
tank.
order it from Halberd.
We did just buy battle tanks. In all honesty, battle tanks are...
In fact, we could probably get a battle tank
overrated.
for free, but you know what I'd rather have than a Tempest cannon?
You want a frigate, and you're already getting one of those.
Where? When? When am I getting it?
I don't have the rare metals to make it, nor the dry docks. I couldn't make it if I wanted to.
Yeah, honestly too, and like, I've been hearing.
It's weird to say it, but it's actually more reasonable for me to make a Tempest cannon than to even try to touch large ships.
Yeah, it'll say rare metals are really fucked right now. I've been like a lot of people have been talking
For
about it.
for every one rare metal we've been getting, we're supposed to get 20. So it's a little actually unreasonable to build the big boats.
Dane,
What?
we are going to have a frigate by the end of this war.
You have fun with that.
Does the frigate have any type of like?
We already have an Ironhide?
capabilities?
Yeah, yes, I believe God made one.
Well,
Yeah, he made one in the garage as a proof of concept.
we don't have...
There's crates. They're crated.
Oh, they are. Never mind. I got it. I got it.
I could see them from the map.
I also want
Anyone
MMRs.
got 4 Armets? Can they have some of those 77?
MMR?
Yeah, I want some MMRs as well.
Oh, you want the mortar
Yeah,
David.
go ahead, take those 77
I'm assuming that's
Thank
what
you.
want. Mortar David?
Huh? Yeah. Mortar.
David? Okay. I need AM4s, which I have not a lot of at the moment. So I
You
can
need
give Ironhide.
you need AM4s for Ironhides too, don't you? Where's
No,
that?
I need AM3.
Oh, really? Okay. Never mind. Oh,
Yes, Ironhides are AM2s and AM3s. MMRs are AM1s and AM4s. Currently, I have a shortage of AM1s and AM4s, but I do not have a shortage of AM2s or AM3s.
I'm about to do the dumb tank transport.
Oh. Okay, what's that mean?
Dumb tank transport?
Not entirely certain what that is.
You maybe look at my screen.
Screening?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had
Like
oh,
on
talking to a
YouTube?
guy in chat.
Yeah.
Ah,
Let's see, did I get notified that you were streaming? Not against my other notifications.
I got a kernel filling resource containers for me.
They're proof and protect. That's
Yeah, that's
you
what.
just happen to be there.
Yeah, I asked them if you could throw them in crates instead of throwing them into the metal press. Because I'm gonna make a huge run to the refinery. Because I used almost all my EMATs, and then I also made a big run for diesel today. Used up a lot of
Oh,
diesel.
that's how you're doing it. Yeah, you're right. That is the dumb method.
It's the cancer method, yes.
Yeah, it's just-
But it works because it's a light tank.
So are we gonna support our divots with the king spires?
I mean, you
You
'Cause
can.
that's what I read online that a lot of people do.
Yeah. So basically, because that's the problem with that is that people don't. Those are like armor centric regiments. So the way we have it set up here, and the way that I kind of have it set up is that, so the only things that fit on ships, and I'm glad that I did this before the naval update was even a thing. The things that fit on ships are only light tanks to scout tanks, so you can't get them to shore off of a bluefin in a landing craft unless it's a light tank or a scout tank.
Okay.
So that's why we do a light tank doctrine, but we also don't upgrade because our tanks are infantry support tanks, not necessarily like outlaws and things like that, because those are for tank lines and flanking enemy armor. Ours is infantry support, so the MMR, the Devitt, that's really good. It's kind of like a Sherman. It's really good for engaging. You can engage enemy tanks with it, but it's really meant to be there to support infantry as they're maneuvering and to support their operations primarily, not really there for fighting other tanks. It's not really its job, and it's not really what it's meant to do. So we upgrade them to Iron Hinds to give them that much more oomph because we're not going to be using them, because we'll be using these even late war.
Since they're 40 micromine, do they do a good job against structures?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Balfour Rampart is actually there for, it's 40 mil, and its entire purpose is to destroy structures.
Nice, okay.
Yep, it does HE damage.
Yeah. So,
yeah, if I remember correctly, the 68 doesn't do a whole lot against structures, if that's still true.
No, it slaps. It slaps tanks, it does not slap structures. The 40 mil, that's why it's good, because 40 mil is really good at engaging enemy armor, but also it's really good at engaging structures. And that's why I stick with a 40 millimeter support, or 40 millimeters light support tank, because it's relatively cheap for what it is. It's relatively cheap to upgrade. It has versatility because I can keep it a regular Devitt Ironhide if I need them in a pinch. I can keep them. I can keep it a regular Devitt Mark III in a pinch if I just need tanks. I can upgrade them to MMR or to MMRs if I need something. If I am not bringing artillery with me, but I want something to provide that support.
What's the MMR do?
It's a mortar Devitt.
It's a mortar Devitt.
It's a Devitt. It's a Devitt base model, but it has a mortar as the main gun instead. Has 80-meter range.
Is that farther than the regular mortar?
No.
No, mortar's also 80. It's just you're just a Devitt model, so you're more maneuverable.
Yep.
Okay.
And it has internal storage racks for ammo.
You also have a commander seat, so you can have a dedicated spotter. He'll sit right next to you.
So if you want to, we actually can put. So if we get MMRs, we can actually put together what's called a mobile assault platoon, and that has the half tracks with like machine guns on them.
Yeah.
And then those carry infantry with them for dismounts. And then we can have the Niska blinder, which has the 68 millimeter for anti-tank, and then a Devitt MMR to support, to basically be internal artillery, light artillery for that unit, and it can all maneuver. And you can outflank the enemy and set up like blocking positions and cut off their logistics and stuff, and be able to actually engage targets.
Okay. One second. I need to deafen. This colonel's trying to talk to me, and he's like super quiet.
You good?
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
The colonel was scolding me for stacking the containers 3 high.
Already gone AFK.
So, okay, serious question.
Okay.
If we demoed one of the cranes that's over oh, 1 second.
The answer is probably no, but continue.
Okay, sorry. I was talking to the colonel. Anyways, so if we demo one of the cranes that's over by the train station, and replaced it with the super gigantic crane, if we can make it fit, do you think
That's
that would reach into the scrapyard?
I only placed it as a single mount. May
Because right now, the way I've been doing like large scrap runs through the refinery is I have to. There's only one spot where I can use the furthest north crane, and I can drop it on the liquid
if I
container
were to
pad.
delete that center crane, put a pad in, and then place the large crane there, I probably could. The problem is the large crane has the minimum distance is too small, so I wouldn't have any crane able to reach those liquid transfers there.
Yeah. Uh,
That's the
what
biggest issue.
do you think it would work if we did it where the furthest north crane is at?
No, it won't fit there because of the trees.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Because it'd be really nice because I have to basically play like hopscotch with the containers to get them over into the salvage yard, and then it takes a long time to move them back into the train area.
Well, honestly, the distance to the refinery here isn't that bad, and if you have people who are tech mat grinding like the Colonel, you can just sit here. You can just sit in the flatbed, just go back and forth. That's what I do.
That's true. Yeah.
That's how I got 20,000. I'm fighting 2,000 EMATs. I just got on a flatbed while guys are tech mining. So I just drop an empty container, they'd fill it, I'd pick it back up, put it on the truck, and drive. They just keep doing that
Nice. Yeah.
because
I was
they
gonna
just
say
want the tech mats. They don't care about where the salvage goes.
yeah. Which has honestly been really nice, is having people over here just mining that nonstop.
Though I
uh,
do need heavy oil. I need heavy oil. I should just pipe. I should just pipe it. I should. Do we have gravel somewhere?
when you say pipe it, you talking about doing what those other people are doing and building those really long pipelines down to the
No,
FMAS station?
I will never do that. I'm saying I'm going to set up a dedicated transfer station for it.
Oh, okay.
I will never be caught doing that unless I am like is close like right next to them. Like if I am less than a sub hex away, okay, I probably consider it. Never on the other side of the hex. Never. It's inconvenient
Okay.
because you have to supply the whole line. It's just all kinds of a mess.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Oh, which by the way, all of our rails were like super decayed. And someone actually, that's part of the reason why I decided to go do a coal run. Because someone even posted on the map that all of our rails were decaying, and it was pretty cool watching as we drove over them, just like
Yeah.
them just magically fixing themselves.
Yeah, that is why there is that car is on there. It is. So always make sure it has CMATs in it, which probably needs to be probably do
Yeah,
that
I need to check
first.
that because it was kind of low earlier when I was running the train.
Yeah, it's only got 170.
But the good news is, it's pretty easy going down and getting coke now. I know how the whole process works. Like I drove down there initially just to see where I could put the train at, and
You
try to.
said you made satchels.
Yeah, I only have like 4 crates though, but that should honestly
How
be
many
enough
is
if we're
in?
just doing
That's like
demo.
that four. You said 4 crates. Is it like 5 a crate? Can't
Yeah,
remember.
something like that. 3 or 5, one of those two.
Okay, that gets us somewhat. I think it's somewhat close. However, if we brought a crate of 40, we could do it with a debit. It'd be weird.
Honestly, too, the satchel charges are cheaper on the EMATs than what 40 mil is.
Yeah, it's just satchels don't do they don't do as much. They're very underwhelming for damage.
Oh, really? I thought they
That's
were
the
pretty good.
problem.
I guess they must have nerfed them or something since last
They
time.
nerfed them pretty hard a while ago, and
Oh,
everyone's
okay.
everyone's been upset ever since.
That's retarded 'cause it's like a satchel charge. Those things are like a fucking. Those things are
Yeah,
fucking
they're supposed to be,
crazy.
you're supposed to be like, you drop one, that structure should be gone. No, they do like, I want to say it's like 5% damage to a 1x1 structure these days. It's pitiful, to be honest.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're not good.
I was gonna say, 'cause if I remember correctly, I think you only needed like
Yeah, due to
three
the
or
sheer,
four to
yeah,
destroy a whole bridge.
due
Uh,
to the no, that doesn't work anymore.
I used to do that all the time 2 years ago. Just drive
Yeah,
around with fucking
yeah,
satchel
no,
charges
you
and blow
can't.
up bridges.
You'd have to have like 4 guys full inventories, and you'd get it maybe halfway. Yeah, they gutted it. I think is a good way of putting it.
Hmm.
But do we have gravel?
I haven't gotten any, so I don't think we do.
I need 300 because I want to put some liquid transfer stations in on the backside where all the metaworks that are going to need heavy oil are going to be.
What do you need for gravel?
Coal,
Oh well, we have.
which we have coal, so I could go
Yeah,
make it. I
yeah.
don't. What's the? Do you know the conversion rate off the top of your head?
Negative. I can Google it though real fast.
Yeah, want to do that for me, so I can take the correct amount, so I don't accidentally turn extra. Because I just want to put in 2 transfers so that I can make them into. Because it's just gonna be for heavy oil.
It is. Why is it not saying it? It's a 5-to-1 ratio. I see that, but what's the resources they use?
Yeah, it uses coal. So if it's 5 to 1, then it's 5 coal is 1 gravel. So I
Okay.
need
Okay, so you don't need
1,500
anything
coal.
else with it.
No, it's just the refinery.
Oh, okay.
You just take it to the refinery. So
Ooh.
1,500 coal. That'll be easy.
Okay,
That'll
that's
be
the reason
easy.
why I was like looking to see what else it used to make it with. I thought you would have to add like water or something.
Nope, you're overcomplicating it. If we had to use water and stuff to make it, we would be all kinds of screwed. Because it's how we build our foundations.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And then, are you at the facility?
Yes, I'm scrooping right now.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the because with how things are gonna go and the amount of coke and other stuff we're gonna need to import from our friends. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet. I don't like the idea of having another large rail connection going through the base, but I'm just gonna do it.
Like I said, I'll do whatever you want me to do if we can make that happen.
It's so in the so if you want to meet with the bunker base, the main one, the one to get rid of.
Okay, 1 second. Let me. Okay, inventory's full. Must drop this off. I'll run over there real fast.
Why aren't you using the harvester?
Oh, yeah, I'm in the harvester right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you north of the bunker base? Oh, there you are. Okay.
So fill those 2 trenches and destroy that.
Alright, do we have to have enough people flag it, though?
Nope,
Oh, nice, okay.
that's only for facility structures.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll go get a whole bunch of... Oh, yeah, I have to destroy the husk, too, don't I?
Yes.
Okay. Forgot that the husks were a thing. Jesus Christ, I just now looked at the map for like the first time in a while. God damn, we pushed far.
Like I said, we take debits and we went forward.
Jesus.
It's a good thing we're the only person watching the stream is me. There's a lot of conversations I'd rather that the colonials not know.
Oh, before I go, I'm gonna make sure I squad lock that. It's ringing again.
Also, you got a first-hand you got the first-hand experience of a typical interaction between me and Harney.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Because it's funny. I didn't say you could do that. I didn't ask.
I mean, if we have surplus of everything, I can't be mad, you know?
Again, he's like, it's against doctrine. I wasn't attempting to follow doctrine. That wasn't the point.
You're on the wrong side, Dean.
I am the road.
No, because I honestly, I'm kind of it started. The reason why I also brought a whole bunch of coke back with me, it's because I kind of want to, as soon as like the steel's
Yes, and
unlocked, I want to start just mass producing that, because I know we're gonna need lots of it for cool projects.
yeah, and I mean that's the thing at the end of the day is like he's like, well, when are we ever gonna use it? I don't even care if we use it. We make it. That's enough for me.
But the
Not
thing
just
is, like the thing with the battle tank, I feel like since it only takes a crew of 5, and then a couple people doing logi for it, like I feel
they're just so underwhelming. Like I've run with battle tanks, like I've used them before. They're so underwhelming for what they do, for what they cost. I'm
okay.
not gonna lie, both the super heavy tank and the battle tanks, they're cool in concept. They just don't tend to pan out for what they cost.
That's fair. Okay.
Like the big issue when you're a battle tank and a super heavy tank is this is the same issue with as the rail cannons. It's big and it's expensive, so it gets targeted first. That's all that ends up happening with all the big expensive stuff is you just paint a gigantic target on your forehead and the entire world is after you
That's
almost
fair. Yeah.
immediately. So it's not that they're like completely useless, it's just in practice they just don't pan out as intended.
That's fair.
It's just a high value target. Oh, we have 160 grab. Just in a pad somewhere. Well darn.
Gosh, nice. Well, I just now realize we don't have any mammons in the seaport, so
Check
I'm hoping.
public.
No, I didn't, but I grabbed all the satchels. I'm kind of hoping that will
Wait,
be
where's
enough.
our? Do we not have a CV anymore? Did our CV get stolen?
I thought it was in the back right last time I saw it.
Yeah, great. You say.
Yeah, like the southeast portion of the base.
I understand what you mean by back right. But I didn't see it.
That's the last place I saw was down there.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. It's just gone.
Okay, dang. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I know something. I think I have a good idea. So if we get this large rail coming in on the left side of the base, we could put a giant, since there's a huge open space over here, like to the right, to the direct left of the bunker base, a gigantic crane could go there really easily, and that could reach directly into the scrapyard with no issue.
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is that one done, Dane?
It was done a while ago.
I had to feed the cats and then or not eat, but I smoke a cigarette anyway. So
Oh, there's a 10 per crate of satchels.
So what are you doing over there, Dane? I see the train engines out.
Oh, I was prepping all those 7 crates of scrap, and I'm gonna take them to the refinery here as soon as I'm done with this little side project.
Ah, that beautiful iron hide.
By the way, I do think I ran the math. You can make the 9 more with the stuff that's in the pad easy.
Well, I only need 8 because we have one in there, so that makes 10. That's just how many we can have in a stockpile. We are finally at peak combat performance. I'm happy about it.
Oh crap! No, don't! Oh crap! Oh god!
We have our Devits, we have our 120s, we have all of our guns. Holy shit! What the fuck was that?
That was me. I'm gonna be blowing up a section of the bunker base, or bunker base, but the bunkers.
We're setting up to move to get the large rail access to the other side of the facility.
I can't foresee how this would have any repercussions whatsoever.
I'm gonna try putting the gate in first. Also, could you be so kind as to bring the ACV for the stockpile instead of the debit, and then bring the debit?
You know, I'm half tempted to just take the fucking train down there.
I mean, if you wanted to, yeah, you could take like a 5-car train. That way you're not, you don't have the encumbrance of a full-length train.
I'm too fucking lazy. That, and I don't want to get
What do you
stuck
mean?
on the MPF or whatever the fuck they have, the loop that gets stuck trying to get there.
Well, if you take the left rail all the way in, you won't get stuck. You only get stuck if you try to go into the MPF from the north side. If you go from the south, you would miss it.
Yep.
It's interesting. It works one way, but not the other. Same with the refinery loop. You have to come. Both of those loops have to go south to north only.
Well, I'm already almost there. Is that an ACV first?
Yes, please. Because,
Do we have an ACV?
no, our CV appears to have disappeared.
Well, you can only put them in public, so.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if someone went and put it into public. I don't know where it went. If someone just joined it and brought back. I just don't have one.
So, if you want to know a tier 2 machine gun bunker,
That's a rifle that you blew up.
oh, rifle. Okay, so it takes 8 satchels to kill it.
Did you get the husks?
No, not yet.
Then it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fair. right back.
Wow, they really don't have any ACVs. That's weird. Okay.
I can make some. I just need CVs brought to me.
Well, I'll have a CV. I'll have a CV for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Pack.
Also, I am your chat. I'm your watcher of one.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the support.
I am your entire viewership at the moment.
Oh, look, cute. It's a basic debit. Adorable.
Okay, I'm back. Has anyone played Foxhole here for more than 2 years?
Yes, actually.
Did the satchels, did they used to take heavy explosives?
I believe so.
I think that's yeah, I was gonna say, cause that's what kind of surprised me when I went to go make them this time around, is because I thought I remember they used to take heavy explosives, and I saw that they only take 100 EMATs now. And so it kind of surprised me.
Eastbound down, looking up and chucking. We don't do it, they said can't be done.
Okay, and it took
Short time to get there. Down eastbound, just to watch old man and run.
I have a thing I'm gonna show you here in a few minutes.
Center pad is fuel station, right?
How do you fill in trenches again?
Dig. I am
like
a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole. Diggy diggy hole. Dane.
Yeah.
You need to
Yes?